Your sound, your music, your planet.
This here is the Hegel H600. It's a very potent 300-watt Class AB amplifier rated at 8 ohms. It's a dual mono construction that sits on top of the Hegel integrated amplifier range. It builds on the H590 and it has finally made its way to my heart with a new DAC and preamp combined with the brilliance and calmness of the Hegel design, making for a very attractive, really great sounding integrated all-in-one streaming powerhouse. It might very well be all you need in a high-end integrated amplifier. Watch this review and get the honest picture with all the pros, the cons, and the quirks.
It's one small step for man.
We need you to join our kick-ass mission. Yes, that means you too.
Me.
Yes, you!
I am me.
He's me, and I'm you.
Let's be honest, most of us are getting older, and the next generation has little idea of the magic that truly great music can bring when reproduced realistically on a hi-fi system at home. We want to change that. We want to inspire.
You, me, everybody's ass around here.
And we want to pay it forward, just like our fathers did. We don't get paid for this. Instead, we convert our work into something meaningful for mankind and the natural world. That's why I ask companies and viewers like you,
No, not me, you.
to join the cause. Contribute a small amount to our charity work. Our goal is to raise at least $20,000 for nature preservation to be donated by the end of the year. This happens through Patreon, where you get exclusive access to full listening sessions, advice, and other exclusives. You win, nature wins, and we get to deliver honest, uncompromising, and independent reviews driven by this purpose. A massive shout out to all our patrons and hi-fi companies supporting the cause already with a monthly contribution. Big or small, it's about numbers. It's about you and our fellow living travelers around the sun. We thank you. Let's be audiophiles united. The story of Norwegian Hegel begins in 1988, where founder Bent Hodler was a music-loving engineering student frustrated with distortion in hi-fi systems. So Ben decided to build his own goddamn amplifier with the goal to reproduce music with perfect fidelity, no matter how loud or complex the signal. After years of tinkering and experimenting, and I speculate here, not getting any girlfriends, as he always tried to steer the conversation towards the subject of distortion in amplifiers that was naturally occupying his whole being, Bent finally perfected his design and started the company Hegel, named after his rock band. How cool is that? The simple exterior design of all the current Hegel products speaks for itself, knowing that simplicity requires intelligence, and despite the simple design with the hidden power button under here, it really packs some pretty sophisticated features, for example, allowing for the smart use of an external DAC and home theater bypass that can be set up using any of the analog inputs. Hegel has also matured quite a bit in recent years, streaming-wise, with solid implementations of Tidal Connect, Spotify Connect, AirPlay, UPnP, Chromecast, and with Roon Ready support still pending at the time of this review. Other niceties/annoyances include user-definable volume limits, auto-sensing digital inputs, excluding the USB, and the possibility to teach the H600 your TV remote via a bit of user programming. This makes the H600 a pretty complete package, only missing out on a built-in phono preamp, a HDMI ARC port, and a headphone output to really complete me.
You complete me. Not just as you had me at hello.
The Hegel amplifier was kindly loaned to us by Hi-Fi Klubben Denmark. Thank you! How do you turn this off? Even though the Ethernet port opens up many opportunities for external control or maybe even a Hegel app, the company has not dug into these opportunities. I can't help to shed a depressed tear looking at the web interface that does not take advantage of the opportunity to be a setup interface. Instead, you will need to navigate the hidden setup in here on the display of the device, which naturally is not ideal to give you a fast overview of settings made the same way a web interface would. Yes, I know. I'm a bit spoiled by Linkdorf with a super comprehensive web interface beating all other interface methods for quick advanced setup. Some of Hegel's original technical solutions include separating the voltage gain stages and current gain stages into separate amplifier modules set to improve the linearity and dynamics of the amplifiers, as well as their sound engine too, best described as a local error cancelling system preventing distortion in the audio amplifier circuit stages, set to be able to cancel out both crossover distortion and high-frequency distortion components, which can lead to a much cleaner and more transparent sound. The H600 improves on especially the preamp and a whole lot on the built-in DAC compared to the H590. The volume control has been lifted directly from the P30, which is the top-of-the-line Hegel preamplifier, indicating that the H600 really tries to bring all the best Hegel tech together in one attractive package. I have previously, a couple of years back, been reviewing the Hegel H190, where one of my criticisms was the sound of the built-in DAC in an otherwise pretty great amp. In the H600, the DAC seems happy to be alive and brings some well-deserved excitement, adding just that spice to the combined dish. Worthy of your attention on the digital front, besides the LAN network port of course, we get 32-bit 384 kHz DSD256 support via the USB port, as well as MQA decoding, 3 optical inputs, 1 coaxial input, 1, guys, come on, and a BNC 75 ohm input. That could be the additional coaxial input. Additionally, it provides a BNC fixed level 75 ohm digital output for that external DAC you probably don't want to use anyway when you hear the built-in one. The amp weighs in at a very manageable 22 kilos, 44 pounds, which makes for a solid per kilo price, but also underlines that Hegel don't need theatrics in order to impress anybody. The daily use of the H600 is straightforward. In fact, I really dig the simplicity of operation. The remote though, it's of a type that I really hate, with small, equally spaced buttons, but it has great moments such as placing next and previous transport buttons at the top, providing great functionality when using streaming services like Spotify and Tidal, where you conveniently can skip tracks on your playlist from the remote. Next! The volume buttons are located in the bottom, so you quickly learn to navigate the remote without looking at it, even though the ergonomics sucks quite a bit. As usual, I would also love to see the ability to disable unused inputs and name inputs. That would be so fast and easy in a web interface, right, Hegel? Wink, wink. Think about the wives of this world. What the hell is USB? Nah. Hegel is all about old-school purity packed with elegance. Thus, there's no such thing as a tone control or DSP in this Hegel amp. I love little things like the discrete fade when you switch between inputs, making the whole thing feel fluid and elegant in operation, eliminating any clicks when switching between the inputs. As you saw, the saw style can access the setup menu, and the volume button also doubles as a push mute button. The DAC mode lets you connect and switch between any of your digital sources using the amp, bypassing the digital signal and sending it to an external DAC that loops back through one of the analog inputs. This makes integrating an external DAC weapon of choice really easy while maintaining the consistency of daily use. Things like this can make your wife hate you less for being an experimenting audiophile, as things will still work as they used to. Or will it? Probably not.
Elucidate ye.
As the 8600, to my surprise, misses a trigger system that would be able to switch on an external DAC automatically too.
That's a fully fledged bastard of a good point.
So let's get on with how it sounds. I've been reviewing the 8600 with 3 exotic pairs of high-end floor-standing speakers, counting the Technics SBR1, DALI Epicore 11, and the €80,000 Raito TD 3.8. All these are speakers that you can meet in the Dream Speakers review series here on the channel. I like the Hegel signature best with the DALI Epicore 11, but in each case I got great dynamic performance and control, fluid, silky resolution, details, and a nice, precise, firm bass. I really like the onboard DAC too, as it brings a little edge to the otherwise very well-behaved Hegel sound. The best word I can think of to describe the Hegel signature is fine-grained. It's a very smooth sound that can feel a bit lean on some speakers. On the SBR1s, the combo felt a bit too lean for me, whereas on the Epicore 11s, I really preferred that fine-grained smoothness, bringing that quality to the amazing happy-go-lucky party girls that the Epicore 11s are.
This is the first date Teresa and I have been on since the doctor separated us.
Check out the Dream Speaker series reviews on the channel for full reviews of the speakers. The 8600 is an amazing powerhouse, performing like a with over 300 watts and a damping factor of 4000, allowing it to drive even really difficult loads with great authority. It comes with plenty of both digital and analog inputs for most users, including 2 balanced analog inputs. Even though I feel that at the €11,500 price point, things like a power amp input and headphone output and 12-volt trigger system and a phono stage should be included. The available streaming functionality works great and seems to have been implemented pretty well. Remember to check for the status of that room readiness before buying if you are a room user. Sometimes these things take extra time for unknown reasons. I just love that Hegel is not using any theatrics to try to impress you, but brings a true A-game when it comes to simplicity in use and sound quality. It's all things that will make you love this amplifier in the long run. The Hegel works only in favor of the music, which makes the little misses really easy to forgive. It's a simple and amazing sounding app with an old school soul without any of the shortcomings of old, as it adds all the modern conveniences and high-spec, dead silent electronics. Just add some great speakers and a network plug and you're on your way to streaming heaven. The 8600 represents a great evolutionary step for Hegel, and I have no reservations recommending it for anyone seeking a purist, intelligent, integrated amplifier that will take on any challenge and convey great music with that Hegel calmness. Competition-wise, in the price range, in this integrated amplifier space, there is quite a few amps out there, but there ain't many that provides the quality DAC and streaming features too. That ultimately makes the 8600 the perfectly balanced, very convenient, easy-to-love package. It should definitely be found on any shopping shortlist in the budget range. Now stand by for the pros, the cons, and the review score. I'm Morten Stjernholm. liberating music and home theater experiences, improving sound and picture in the home since 2018. Get consulted. Don't forget to tap those like and subscribe thingies, and that world peace can be achieved too if you just listen. See you soon.
You work and work for years and years. You're always on the go. You never take a minute off, too busy making dough. Someday you'll say you'll have your fun when you're a millionaire. Imagine all the fun you'll have in your old rocking chair. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Come on now, you gotta have fun. You're gonna take that ocean trip no matter come what may. You got your reservations, but you just can't get away. Next year for sure you'll see the world, you'll really get around. But how far can you travel when you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Get out and see the world. You worry when the weather's cold. You worry when it's hot. You worry when you're doing well. You worry when you're not. It's worry all the time. You don't know how to laugh. They'll think of something funny when they write your epitaph.